fuck. Excuse my language. But yeah. So, peoples. I just came on here to, this is gonna be one of my first videos back on here. It's been a little while since I've made a video, and I erased all my other videos because really and truly, like, I was in a bad place. I was really in a bad place, and I wasn't even tell you the truth, I was going through a lot of stuff, going through a lot of pain, doing a lot of healing, and yeah, I just had to heal from some things, and it had me coming off a certain way that's not even really how I really am on a regular. So it's like, because I was going through a lot of pain, and from past trauma, and situations where I got taken advantage of, and it's nobody's fault but myself. Of course, I take full accountability and full responsibility for it, because I'm stronger than I ever really realized. I knew I was strong already, but I'm stronger than I ever really realized. And I was just really like being too people pleasing and like trying to play this like really good guy role when I'm already a cool good guy, I'm a cool good guy, so I don't need to act all extra good to prove to anybody that I'm this way. And at the same time, yes, I am about that. So if a nigga want to try and page me or try and disrespect me, just be prepared for me to do the same back. Don't like, that's how I am. I don't take disrespect, and I don't like to see my people getting disrespected. So, I'm gonna voice myself, and I'm gonna voice how I feel. And I don't give a fuck about niggas want to threaten and fucking talk all that shit. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, those people know who they are. I don't give a fuck about their life. But anyway, I just had to say, you can't let people fucking take your power. Like, every time you like let people get under your skin and let people get to you and call you out and stuff, like, and you actually let it affect you and get you emotional and sensitive, they taking your power. They taking your fucking energy. Hold on to your energy and hold on to your power, and fucking don't let nobody fucking devalue you or make you feel or belittle you or make you feel like smaller than them, because most likely they doing that because they going through some shit and they insecure about some shit. And I'm talking about even people with money and have all the fucking glitz and glamour to show, because shit be looking green, but it honestly, a lot of times it ain't really greener on the other side. The grass ain't really greener on the other side, for real. Like, for me in particular, like, I wasn't even taking into account, how thankful and how grateful I should be, and how much I need to give thanks for, because because like I might not have a family, I might not have kids, I might not have all my finances in order, but I'm definitely gonna get there, because I have an abundant mindset, so it don't even matter, I'm gonna get there. But people kind of like poke at you and put these things, the things that you actually like are emotional about and you actually really want in life, people will kind of use that against you and have you in your feelings. So I had to just let all of that stuff go, like literally, like let it all go, because it don't even matter at the end of the day. Like, there's a lot that I need to give thanks for, like, having people that really love and care about me, not having no fucking responsibilities. I have no responsibilities to nobody but maybe my family, and responsibility is not even like I really have a responsibility to them. It's just like I feel like I could do a lot more for my family, with of course with dedication and work, and that's the things that I wasn't doing. I was getting high all the time, I was like high on weed all the time, fucking doing drugs with friends and shit like that, fucking hanging out with friends, fucking talking to hoes, talking to sluts, trying to get some pussy, in toxic ass relationships, toxic ass friendships, like I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And that was the problem. Like, you know, I was looking for love, but I was looking for it in all the wrong places, from toxic ass people, you know. And at the same time, I was being way too friendly to these kind of people, and letting people just walk all over me and shit. So, you know, like, it came to a point where I woke up out of that shit, and I was just like, yo, this needs to stop. Like, cause this ain't even really me. Like, if I'm literally like just putting on this like image, putting on this face, like to be nice to everybody, when it's going against who I really am, and it's actually not even benefiting me in any way, then yeah, I need to step back and fucking really take in what I'm doing to myself and to my life. And like, I wasted a lot of years and a lot of time just fucking, like, you know, fucking around, man. Not doing the things that I should have been doing to get to the kind of life that I really wanted and I could have had. I could have had a great life already. But it's all right, because I know I can still have a great life. But it's all about the decisions that we make, right? And it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault but your own. So you have to start taking accountability for your actions, so you can start making the right actions to get to where you want to get, you know? And, you know, another thing that kept me like sensitive and in my feelings is that, like, you know, I wanted it to happen overnight. You know, I was always that person. I was chasing after some get rich quick scheme, you know, wanting shit to happen overnight, when shit is a process and it's a gradual buildup. But it all comes back to decisions that we make, because you could gradually build up a lot faster depending on decisions that you're making in your life. You know, like, things can come in fast when you're doing things in a certain way, when you're doing things in a smart, hard-working way. And I was never one to be like, oh, like, you know, lazy and not work hard, you know. True say that, you know, I was high most of the time, so that kind of kept me a little complacent, a little foggy in the head, not really as sharp. But now that, you know, I know that and I kind of cut it out, the sharpness, my brain is coming back, and yeah, just a lot more knowledgeable about things now. And, you know, I'm not really looking at things in a way where it's just like whatever, you know, because that's what the weed does to you, man. The weed just make you not really care about nothing. So it's like, you win or lose, you just be like, you know. But I had to really sober up, you know. I had to sober up, and not to say that I'm done smoking weed, you know. Not to even say that I'm done smoking weed. Like, I was smoking cigarettes too. Like, I'm done smoking cigarettes. But I mean, like, I take a puff now and then. Like, it's not like on the weekdays now, I'm not smoking at all. I ain't smoking no weed. But I might take a puff on the weekend. You know, I might take a puff once in a month, you know, whatever the case. But I might even switch to edibles, to little edibles here and there, you know, because I'm a connoisseur of weed, man. I love weed, man. I'm always love weed. But if it's fucking with my productivity, then I have to cut it out, period. If it's like stopping me from living my best life, then I got to cut it out for a while. Don't matter. Like, I don't care about fitting in and being cool, and and I'm already cool, so it don't even matter like how another person look at me, because those people, they don't really give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about what you do with your life. Matter of fact, those people, some of these people that be in your life, rather you fuck up your life and just be at the bottom, because they don't want to see you rise above them. And it's not even like you're rising above them. You're really just living your best life. And they're looking at it and maybe comparing it to their life, which it should have nothing to do with your life. So, you know, I just I just had to really start taking account of all of the poor decisions that I made, and start making some more productive decisions, positive decisions, you know, because I was doing a lot of unhealthy things to my life, and I was hanging around a lot of unhealthy, unsavory type people, and expecting them to be loyal and have love and fucking, you know, that shit. You know how that go. You know how that go. But anyway, from here on in, like, you know, like, win or lose, you know, at least I know that I did my best to stay healthy mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that's what's important to me. You know, it's not even really about being rich and making all the money and fucking, it's more about, you know, the fact that I'm making more productive actions so that I can help the people that are around me, so I can make more healthy relationships and not actually make more relationships that are breaking down people and breaking down myself as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's more important to me than, you know, doing something just to make people feel good. Like, because if you're doing something unhealthy to make somebody else feel good, that don't even make no sense. You're doing something unhealthy to yourself and to other people to make other people feel cool and be like, oh yeah, you good, you cool. Nah, that shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool to me, period. Might be cool to you, might be cool to some of y'all people like out there, but you know, this is for people that actually have gone through these same kind of things where they've been people pleasing, where they try to fit in with people when, you know, there's greater things meant for them, you know? And all they had to do was fucking looking within themselves and like really dig deep within themselves and see who they really are. Because, you know, more times we listen to other people and we take in what other people say, and we pretty much move based off of what other people are saying about us, you know, which could be some false ass shit. But when you believe it and you run with it now, yeah, that shit'll make you feel like, yeah, that's you, when it ain't really you. That ain't really you at all. Like for instance, like, you know, I'm a person that likes to be in relationships. I like having relationships, and maybe that's the reason why, you know, is like I get so sensitive, you know, and people take advantage or whatever the case, or, you know, people just move stupid with me. Like, they don't have no sense. Like, they can't be a fucking grown person, a fucking mature person, a fucking mature human being. But when you're dealing with unsavory type people and just people that like are mentally challenged, like, it is what it is, right? It's what you're gonna get, right? And that's because maybe at one point in time I was a little mentally challenged, you know? I was doing some of these fucked up things to people. So of course that kind of karma came back on me, you know? It's like what they say, like, show me the people you hang around and I'll tell you who you are, you know? I can tell you who you are just by the people you hang around, by the stuff that you eat, by the things that you actually subscribe to, you know, like whether it's the music, the video games, whatever the fucking case, you know, it's what you subscribe to. I could tell you who you're going to be in the future. I could tell you, I could definitely tell you who you're going to be in the future. But yeah, like, so it all comes back to, like, you know, the kind of relationships that you build up with people. If you want to be a more successful person in life, it's best you hang around more successful type people. It's not to say that you're being a fake person or you're trying to be like somebody else, because I have my own personality. I'm my own individual at the end of the day. Do I want to be successful and go towards something that I'm very passionate about in life? Yes, I do. Do I want to make a great life for myself and the ones around me? Yes, I do. Is that going to make me change my personality to some other person? Hell no. I'm still the same ass nigga, and I'm always going to be that person regardless. Now, I might change up some of my vocabulary for certain people, you know, just to make them feel comfortable. But sometimes I feel like you have to be real with people. You can't make everybody trying to make everybody feel comfortable, you know, because it might be at a detriment to your authenticity. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be real within yourself, and that's all I can do at this point, you know. So, you know, I was like healing pretty much from these situations where I try and make things work with people, you know, that just, I guess, weren't for me. It just wasn't for me. And I feel like the universe has been trying to make that clear for a long ass time. The universe has been trying to make it clear for a long ass time that certain people weren't meant for me, and that I need to move away from certain people and do my own fucking thing. And that's how I'm gonna get the success and in what I'm trying to do. Like, period. Like, I had so many situations where the universe tried to get me out of certain situations that I was getting myself into. Like some real toxic situations, man. And it's not to put no blame on anybody else. You know, it's not. Because that's not even what this is about. This is literally about me. It ain't about nobody else. But, and I kind of took an account of that. But I just never knew the best way to maneuver. You know, I never knew the best way to maneuver through stuff. And, you know, I guess from being high all the time, that shit'll do that to you. You'll be like complacent and you won't even know the right moves to make. But I've kind of figured out, you know, the right moves for me to make, you know, to start seeing better results in my life. And I'm still at a point where, you know, I want everything to happen overnight, but I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know it's going to be a gradual buildup of me doing the same things that are productive in my life. And it's going to be a gradual buildup, and eventually I'll get to a place where, you know, I can look at myself with more respect. You know, look at myself with more respect, because it ain't about anybody else looking at me with respect. It's about me being able to look at myself and have respect and be proud of myself, you know? Be proud of myself. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be looking for gratification. You shouldn't be looking for quick gratification, one. And I don't even feel like you should be looking for gratification outside of yourself. Like, you should be looking for gratification within yourself. Like, you know, accomplishing certain things that are going to make you happy towards yourself, and not doing them for other people. You get what I'm saying? And I'm a person that's always liked nice things. I've always liked that whole concept of being able to live more free and to have your finances to a place where you're able to do a lot more. And I really don't mind putting in the work to get there. I don't mind putting in the work and the effort to get there. You know, like, I'll make the sacrifices. You know, I don't have no kids. I don't have no girl. I don't have no wife to look after. So I don't have no responsibilities where it's like, yo, I have to do this or I have to do that. You know? So at the end of the day, I can chase my goals, you know? I can go after my goals. You know? But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stress and stuff that I was like taking upon myself that I didn't need to take upon myself, just because things weren't happening quick enough. And, you know, because I got out of a bad situation where I was in a bad accident. And yeah, like, you know, I've been healing from that, as well as past traumas, childhood traumas, you know, from being bullied, from, like, you know, just being so people pleasing to the point where, yo, people would just like fucking walk all over me in a way where it's like, I look at it like disrespect. I don't care who else don't look at it like this, but I looked at it like disrespect at the end of the day. And was I gonna make me go to an extreme of doing something that, you know, I would regret, or that I can't take back? No, I wasn't gonna do anything like that. And, you know, while I could have made some better decisions, I don't regret anything that I went through, because things are sometimes just meant to happen the way they're supposed to happen. Like, we really feel like we control everything out here, but we don't really control everything out here. That's the facts. It's all in the universe's hands, man. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna sit around and fucking be complacent and be idle with my time anymore. Like, I'm gonna set goals, and I'm gonna fucking move towards them, you know? Whether it take a day, whether it take a week, whether it take a month, I'm gonna get there, you know? All with consistency, you know? Because I had to figure out that it takes consistency, you know? It takes discipline, you know? So shit, if I have to build that up, ain't nothing to a man like me. Ain't nothing to a man like me. But this mask, yo. I was wearing this because I was over by the festival they had us wearing these. But yeah, man, there's lots of things you can do to, like, if you're going through some stuff, there's a lot of things that you can do to heal yourself and to actually start moving in a way where nothing really bothers you, where you're a fucking tyrant, where nothing can get to you, nothing can get under your skin. Like, I'm great right now. Like, I'm actually, like, I maybe still have a one or two things, you know, to tweak up in my life to make it, like, fully productive to the point where I can really, really, really get to that place that I want to be. But you know, yeah, man, like, don't look for quick gratification outside yourself, you know, because you know, you're not really gonna, like, if you do that, you're gonna end up in a place where you're just more depressed, you're more stressed out, and you're more sad, you know, really and truly. Looking for other people's like, you know, acceptance, and, like, looking for other people's praise is not the way to go. Praise yourself, man. Praise yourself. And don't listen to the naysayers. Just praise yourself and keep going and keep doing what you have to do. No matter if you wake up and you feel a certain way, you feel in pain, you feel like not doing something, don't give into those emotions. Don't act on your emotions. Act towards your goals, the goals that you've set, that you've put in place. And trust me, whatever good life you have, you can turn it into a great one. Trust me on that. But anyways, this is just a little PSA. And I hope y'all having a blessed day. Love and light.